Hi there, welcome back. Welcome to the Newfoundland Outsider. On this episode, we're in for the weekend. We're going to put in a little solar panel system. We want to put in a little solar panel system because we're always running the little generator, burning lots of gas just to run a couple light bulbs. And tomorrow morning, we're going to get up bright and early and go fly fishing for some brook trout. So it should be a great video. So on this trip, I brought in my EBL Solar Power Generator. I want to run this one instead of running my big gas powered generator all the time. Let's fire it up. So it's at 96% right now. I charged it last night. Took about 3 hours to charge. It was at 25%. So you have to choose AC or DC, and we're going AC today. So we're at 96% right now. It's putting out 31 watts right now. So I got myself some rechargeable batteries from EBL. I go through a lot of AAAs and AA batteries with the trail cams and things like that. So this time I'm going to try and charge all these batteries, see how well they do. Okay, so what I have here today is the new EBL power system. It is the rechargeable batteries like AA batteries, and you could do your 9-volt batteries and things like that, because I go through a lot of batteries in here with my camera equipment, with my trail cams and my flashlights and things, and my headlights and things. So yeah, I go through a lot of batteries. So EBL sent me a battery charging system and a battery charging station. I'll put a link in the description below about EBL systems. And what you can do is it does 9-volt batteries on the side, just like that. Of course, it's got a little indicator there, red, and it goes green when it's fully charged. So any other spots can accommodate any battery. So you can put a D or a C or a AAA or a AA, anywhere on the board. It doesn't matter where you put them. Everything fits everywhere. And the batteries come in different colors in case you want to have different color batteries designated for different applications. It is a charge state indicator showing you the different conditions of the battery, different charge states right now. And the same for this one. So the EBL charging system also got an overheat and overcurrent charging system. So you can just leave them on there. You don't got to worry about them getting them hot or overcharging and things like that. Okay, that is a 100 watt 6 amp solar panel we got installed on the roof now. So we're gonna have lunch first, and then after we'll do the wiring and the batteries. A lot of people is going to say, well, that's not big enough, you can't do much with 100 watt, but actually you can. This system here, 100 watt with 2 little batteries, is meant for you working all week and the batteries having time to charge up, and when you come back for your 2 or 3 day weekend, it can tie you over for the weekend. Now mind you, we're just running lights and some electronic equipment and all the camera gear, which is all electronic. Obviously, if you're going to have bigger gear, you need more panels, more batteries, and so on and so forth. But this system works great, we know, because we have it in our cabin in Alamort. It's a great system for a 3 or 4 day trip when you're just running lights and things. So let's have lunch. Okay, so I got the solar panel wire ran in through the eaves and inside, so we'll go in now and hook up the batteries and the inverter. But before I do that, I'm going to run my yellow cables in another direction and raise them up higher, because in the winter time there's about 5 feet of snow here and you got a duct to go under the wires, so I'm going to raise them up some. So I've got these 135 amp solar batteries, which is not a lot, but to give you an idea, that's 135 amps. So if you were running 10 amps a day, that'd be good for 13.5 hours on each battery at 10 amps. So it gives you some example of how much amperage you need. I have 6 little light bulbs. I'm charging all my EBL battery pack. I got my cameras and my phone plugged in, and it's 3 amps. So one thing you gotta have with these, if you're gonna build yourself a box to keep your batteries warm and have a cover on it, you need a vent. You need a hole on the bottom so air could come in, and you need some kind of vent on top so hydrogen gases can go out when they're charging. So I'm making these batteries into parallel. So I'm adding 2 12 volts together. They're still going to be 12 volts. Just so you're going to have double the capacity. Like that. Tighten them up. So one very important thing to remember is these wires I'm putting on here, this black and white, it has to go to your solar panel controller. So make sure you hook your controller up to your battery first so it can go through its own diagnostics and software and get ready to accept the solar panel wires. And then we'll bring in our solar panel wires from the roof, and we'll put that on the controller second. All right, the first thing we want to do is hook up our battery to the controller. There's good instructions that come with this, so you could easily follow along. You can see it's just got a battery indicator. When I hook up the solar panel, we'll have the solar panel indicating that it's putting power into the battery. Okay, it's showing the solar panel is giving power to the battery, and the battery is giving power to the accessory mode, which is these two right here. So you can hook up two wires there and go to an accessory. You can plug in USB, but we're going to put an inverter in and wire the whole thing to the cabin. So I'm going to add two wires for the inverter. I'll show you the inverter in a minute. So I have a 1,000-watt inverter. That's plenty for what I'm doing. Now your inverter is plugged into the panel system, the solar panel system, and the main batteries. It'll go through its cycle system and shut the fan down when it's cold, like that. Now all you got to do is plug in your implements. So just like outside with my generator, I got two yellow cords plugged in for my generator to run the cabin. I can run two yellow cords in here back to the fuse box and run everything off the solar system. Okay, well, I got everything up and running. I got all the lights. The charging station is all done. The plug-ins and the wiring. Got it hooked up to my main panel box. I got everything running off my inverter. And my control panel is charging my batteries. So I've got that noisy generator going. We're gonna relax now, have some supper, and go for a little walk and see if we can see some wildlife. Tomorrow we're going to go fly fishing for some brook trout. Try and catch some bigger brook trout with nice little bugs and dry flies. It's still at 23 degrees, but at least the sun has gone down, making it a little cooler. Man, the sun was warm today. Must have been 35 degrees in the sun. So now we're going to light the outside fireplace, clean up a bit around here, and have a nice supper. Okay, well tonight we're having bush pies. This here is a bush pie maker. You puts it over the stove outside. You just cut your bread, you butter the side touching the bush pie maker. And then inside you use like pizza sauce or cheese, whatever you want to use, hamburger meat, Today I'm using Irish stew. And on top of that, you put your favorite cheese and you bake them over the fire out there. And you basically got a giant pizza pocket. Now let's see how we're doing here. Whew. That side is done. That was a good walk. It's nice to come back to a quiet cabin with the lights on and the generator not running. So now we're going to load up all the things I got that requires batteries. I'm going to use my rechargeable EBL batteries. Get all of them loaded up and we'll see how they work out. Okay, I got all my batteries charged. These over there I charged earlier today. And these were the last ones I had to charge. You can see they're at a fully charged state. And the 9-volt batteries are indicated by a green light when they're charged. Batteries. So good they work. And of course my smoke detectors and carbon monoxide sensor. 9-volt. Most of the things we use now got AAAs. It's got good power. Whew. Good morning. Well, it cooled down a bit last night. It's about 18 or 19 degrees Celsius right now. Whew. I could have slept another 4 or 5 hours. Easy. I got a little solution for my anchor. I'm always tying a rock on a piece of rope for my alpaca. But I got myself a bait bag used for crab fishery. I got a rope on it. And I'll just throw a couple of rocks in here. And I use it for a anchor. But the wind is easterly wind this morning. I was hoping it was going to stay westerly, which is better for fishing. But easterly wind to Newfoundlanders is called poison in your sight. Because most people rather stay in bed on easterly wind for hunting or fishing. But I like just being out here. I don't care what it's like. If I get a morning like this on a pond, remote, by myself, I don't care if a hurricane comes. I see there's some loons in this pond. So there must be some fish of some kind or the loons wouldn't be here. I don't see anything breaching this morning. I might have resort to spin casts. I'll just go down here and try another spot. I'll have to follow the loons around. See if they're having any luck. Got my little spin cast in the cabin. Not much biting. Got a mama duck. And she got 4 young ones. The boat stopped moving, I can show you. There. The young ones are flying. And the mom is back here trying to distract me. So I brought my breakfast with me. So let's go ashore and have a cup of tea and some breakfast. And maybe after breakfast when it warms up, the trout will start biting. That's a huge old pine tree. We got a little hawk. He's looking for his fish too. Well, we had our breakfast. We waited for about an hour and a half. I don't think the sun is coming out today. But we'll give it another try. Well, not a single bite all morning. We had a great morning. We'll go back to the cabin now, pack up some gear. We gotta head out today. Gotta work tomorrow.